is significantly less, fine. Permian separatists in Kazani Perm is fine. They'll go into Muscovy and hopefully cause them further fiscal problems. My claim on Muscovy will last until 1550, which is after my truce runs out, which is good. Alright, maybe I don't need to worry too much about that incoming DOW. However, if those Muscovites could kindly rise up about now, the alternative is that I give them autonomy and don't worry about them rising up. I don't want to do that because that would 100% autonomy a lot of this land, which is pretty bad for me. But a lot of it is good land that I do want to be fully cored. I'd lose out so much by 100 autonomying it, so I will probably just take the fight, even if it is against 27,000 of them. But they need to pop first. And they ain't popping. No, I'm not marrying you, Armenia. It's not that kind of alliance. There we go. We knew they were coming. And that's fine-ish. They're kind of split up. And also Yaroslav protects Suzdal. So that's okay. Hell, it's better than okay. It's not half bad. Let's get you guys together. And I don't want to run face first into the woods. I'd rather take them all in, Yaroslav. Yeah, we'll keep you split up. Then you'll go to Yaroslav and then I'll hunt you down. Then I'll take care of the other guys before they go for independence. That's over 3 years away. Or just under 3 years, it seems. Okay, that's nice. The Ottomans have decided that I am not their cup of tea today. They're going to gun down the Mamluks, including Maya Fazan and Malindi. That frees me up a little bit. Not so much that I could attack Georgia, but at least I know they're not coming for me, so I can do things like not pay my army and potentially break up with Armenia. Yeah, I think I'll break up with Armenia. They're not actually going to help me. If anything, they're a liability, but I wanted to dissuade the Ottomans there for a little bit. And it seemed to... well, maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. I'll never know the inner workings of the AI, but thank goodness it didn't come to gun me down. Yeah, sure, take all the access you guys need. Excellent, he's on his way to Yaroslav. Yaroslav, another province that I'm sure people tell me off for my pronunciation of. But you know what? I just don't care. This is a good way to steal ourselves a couple thousand soldiers as well without paying. For, as I often say, who pays? Costs, well, it's not entirely for free. It costs a bit of... oh, right. Sorting isn't that free. There we go. 9 mil for 2,000. I'll take it. But I still need to wipe these guys out. Preferably with better rolls than that. But, you know, we're not hurting on the rolls at least. Easy does it. A day or two. Good. Bring up that army. And I'll keep that around to get Suzdal back. And that should be plenty to deal with you. Different idea. Alright, most of my infantry is mangled. Well, we'll just give them the least mangled ones. You guys get to Nichny. You guys get down to deal with them. Tell you what, take the mountains, then when they try to retake the mountains, I'll have the defensive bonus. And you guys take a bit of a topsy-turvy route so you don't cross the same provinces together and give each other attrition. Serbia have no friends. Serbia will die. probably by those units' hands. Okay. Shouldn't have given Mam access. Keep the Ottomans in Croatia so that Mam can have free reign in Anatolia. That's a decent point, but the Ottomans have good enough boats that they would just get around. I don't think there'd be any problem there. I want to spend the manpower or the money, but I'll spend the manpower. Yeah. Well, I guess I don't need to rush moving the capital now. But I certainly need more areas, or more states. My lack of ability to administrate is hurting me. Well, lots of things are hurting me. I can't hold a budget right now. I'd need to not pay my army just to have things break even, which seems insane, right? I'm making 16 ducats, not bad for little Montenegro. 5 years of Jake, says Battleship Howie. That's pretty incredible. Also, I was meant to state up Bashgird, and I did not. That gold isn't doing me so good there. Even though it would result in quite a bit of inflation. Why is my inflation so high? It's part of what's costing me all that money. I'll just assume a bad event hit me for my admin, because that makes me feel better about it. Otherwise I feel like I'd just burn my admin over nothing. Okay, perhaps you should go down and be ready to strike. Well, unless Nizhny Novgorod wishes to rise up, it seems. Perhaps we can prevent them from doing so. Because I can do this. Wonder if I could do all of this. The Yaroslavs wish to rise up too. There we go. How's that? Friendly troops are helping. And as the cores come in, overextension will drop. Everything will work out better there. Yaroslav has done its job. I'm going to stop paying for it. These rebels will probably come into these mountains. Once I have besieged this, we'll kill them, we'll take everything back, and then the rebel situation should be so much better. There we go. As expected, they're on their way, and they will die for that. So will some of my troops, though. I am really hurting on manpower. There's another 1,000 of my men gone. And there's another 1,000 of my men gone. It's getting painful. Still, you guys have a job to do, and that job is crushing Serbs. The Serbians still have no friends, as it should be. Yeah, maybe I don't need to worry about them. I bet Wallachia could take care of Serbia for me. But let's do what we can to take care of it ourselves. As soon as I get a claim, though, those guys are dead. Claim the 12 development province first, though, because it's inside an established area of mine. Another month down. Are you only planning to play Sunless Sea off stream, or will we get a chance to experience it on Twitch? I'm definitely not streaming Sunless Sea. Like, those are not the kind of games that I want to stream. So much reading that it just kind of puts me to sleep. So that's a straight up no, merchant. Kashing. Sweet, that should take care of a lot of my rebel woes. As for you folks, could you be so kind as to get FOB? Yeah, and they'll even arrive without having to take attrition. Oh, hang on, I bet Hungary don't want to give me military access, do they? Not even if I gun down the Serbs. And I know another guy that wouldn't give me military access for love nor money. Oh well, there are other ways to go about doing this. I'll just send a regular 10 stack over here. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the rest of you just kind of, I don't know, meet up with them, I guess. But as soon as I can, I should declare war on Serbia, lest they get any ideas. I hate spending the month at sea, because you get the 1% attrition tick for your units. If you can avoid it, try to avoid it. So when are we going to partition Poland? As long as they remain my only big strong ally, we will not be doing that. Even though they are von Habsburgs, we've got Württembergs coming up soon enough. Our relations are great, let's keep them great. Speaking of great, can you, or rather how fast can you get to Zeta from there? March, alright, you're going to take the tick, doesn't matter too much. I'm going to claim your land, Serbia, and then I'm going to declare war on you before you have a chance to make any friends. Take Belgrade? Yes. Yes, we will. Shouldn't need to spy on you anymore. So that's a question of where I send my diplomats to next time. Jings upstairs is praying for me as well. I still wish to attack Kazan. Now might even be a good time to do so, but I don't know about that. I can get you guys into position for it, but among other things, you don't have the cavalry to do so. Did Jake release Wallachia this session? I remember him eating them, but don't remember them releasing it. Last session I released them, and they are a march. Venice opens for trade. Despite their open hatred of us and everything we stand for, the Venetian have allowed their traders the opportunity to make deals with us. It's gained us a chance to wield some power where they would normally oust our merchants. Sure, I don't know what I'm going to do with trade power in Venice. Probably not much. I mean, where are my traders? Constantinople and Ragusa. Alright. Time for death. Your death, of course, Serbia, not mine. And you're certainly not getting to take my land. It's mine. It's certainly not yours. Right, the downside is the land he got there includes a fort. The upside is I border it all. So I can just destroy the guy. If he wants to go into here, that's fine, but I'm going to wait for him to be locked in. And I'm going to go in and slaughter him, but I'm also going to send out a small detachment whose job is to stop him from recruiting in Srem. Because he keeps doing that, and I don't like it. Twitch is still on the case. Or Twink, rather. Serbians fighting like Serbs. But fortunately for me, also dying like Serbs. Go along, finish them off 10 to 1. Not 10 to 1, but no morale to mine. I'm gonna leave my not even my cannon, I'm gonna leave... Yeah, I'll leave my cannon there. Everybody else needs to patch themselves up. Except for you, who needs to go and help with that siege. So I'm gonna need most of this army to take them down, and I hope I don't lose all my units in doing so. Unsurprisingly, no access offered. Hungary have no allies whatsoever, except for that Ottoman warning, which is killing me. I could carve Hungary up like yesterday's haggis, and they're being defended here. Fits a man to do. Can't believe Fickercio says, Drake, do you work for Paradox? My name ain't Drake, and I don't work for Paradox. In order of importance. Man, Nichny's still not wanting to play ball here. Do I have any cores left to core? No, then what's causing my national unrest? I've got as much stability as one can have. Wish I had stability guy. Don't the clergy offer you stability guy? Yeah, but the clergy are also drowning in influence over my country. Which is a bit painful. I've given a lot to them. And I recruited an inquisitor. Can't even imagine why. Right, you guys are still stomping down on the unrest, which is good. I can further reduce the unrest by making Muscovite a promoted culture, and I'm definitely going to do that right now. And that should kill off quite a few of these revolts to the point where I can actually expand the area which you reduce unrest. I'm also going to have you guys come out, get your numbers up. 1, 7, 8, 9, yeah, with all of you together. Your forces combined is a siege of Belgrade for the ages. Belgrade, Belgrade. Bell something. Anyway, we got 2 siege and 1 cannon. So that's as good as I could hope for a siege. What'll it be, Kazan? You have no way to liberate Perm. Perm could jump out and I'd still have a claim on them. And I mean, I could certainly subjugate them, but the religion aspect really hurts me. I don't want a Tengri subject here, even if it is Uralic land. If Muscovy could just get around to converting one of these, that would tip it. But Muscovy's probably still bankrupt. They're not bankrupt. Well, long may they convert one of these provinces. I don't know what's stopping them. When does the Ottoman warning expire? They just did it, so I think it takes 20 years. This warning is valid until 1555. So I gotta wait a long time before I can fight an Ottoman, well, someone that borders the Ottomans. Troublesome. Still, the Muscovites are my next big target, and that's in 8 years from now. The big downside is that the Danes are going to gun them down, most likely. They're weak, the Danes are strong-ish, and they're integrating Norway as we speak. In fact, they're just about done with Norway. That is bad news for me. Still, I got the Poles defending me, so that's the biggest help I've got right now. Nagai could still sure go down, but their friendship with Uzbek is bothersome. Yeah, they really like each other. That is one strong Central Asia. I've never been so proud to be Danish, says Sid. I mean, look, you completely encapsulate Sweden. And you've taken Novgorod, amongst other Muscovite holdings. Alright, I'm glad, super glad to see the rebel factions fizzle away. We've been eating rebel sandwiches for a long time. The Danes have decided that I am their mortal enemy. This will make relations easier with Sweden, England, and myself. Fortunately, I've already got a good alliance with Sweden, at least as good as such an alliance can be. Let's make it stronger. Let's ensure that we have a claim on Georgia, because I do want to attack them if the opportunity arises. I'll keep spying so that I can get another claim, though. The more the merrier, as I say. What's Nagai's government? They're a grand republic, of course. In fact, so's Uzbek. They both decided to go republics. Do they still have that in this build, where hordes just love going republic? I will believe so, yes. And yes, we have 6 rivals now, or 6 enemies. We can only label 3 rivals ourselves. Probably should have never made Venice one, but I'm sure I had reason to at the time. Okay. Pretenders in Wallachia is not a problem for me. I'm certain Wallachia can take care of it. I have no reason to help them out with it. Benevolent overlord that I am. I will, however, improve relations with them. Not so sure I need that second claim on Georgia. There'll be plenty of... I mean, the opportunity to attack them just isn't there right now. Oh, right. Forget manpower. I want those monarch points, because I'm short on those all the time. Serbia's down. Serbia's very down. I think I will just annex them straight up. There is a downside, though. See this province here? It's another area, and I cannot afford to keep administrating all these areas. Not at all. It's going to give me all this corruption that I am just not in a position to handle. That said, I'm not going to leave Serbia alive. I just need to figure out what best to do with them. Do I take the province? It's not a bad province. 8 development. Dealing in grain, though. No predators on the province, though, except for Hungary. Serves you right for the border, Gorchek. There's always the opportunity to take more subjects, but no, let's just wipe Serbia off the map and make sure they never come back. It's Orthodox, yeah it is, let's go. Clunk. Well, let's hope that at least somewhat pays for itself. It won't, but we can hope, right? Let's take it all. And this province I'm handing straight over to the clergy so they can maximize the dosh from it for me. There we go, a whole half ducat. Now let's get out of this area. I'm thinking I would just shove the autonomy thing on it so that I don't have to worry about that. It's also a fort. That might be a good idea to keep, but I'm not going to keep it because I am a real tight arse. In fact, I got no problem just autonomizing both of them. Screw Serbian rebels. I don't want any of that. And this way the autonomy can start ticking down at a reasonable rate. 0.175 per month isn't too bad. Now let's get you guys back to somewhere that you can be useful. Ah man, no rebel problem feels good. Kazanis wish to rise up. That's not unexpected. Now, do I take over Kazan as well? Thing is, I can beat up Kazan, no problem, but Perm is going to drop out eventually. Might take a few more years, but Perm will go independent. And again, I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to be Orthodox, but I'm not sure. I can't be entirely sure. I reckon that they will be pagan, which doesn't help me. But can anyone truly be sure about that? I'm relatively sure. Alright, let's stop paying our troops, start making some money, and start wondering what to do with a vast amount of military power. It's not unthinkable to de-state a current state and move it over. I have a lot of garbage states, right? I have Astrakhan and Bosnia both blow. Perhaps Astrakhan blows the most. Like Manch and Majar? Why? Why would anyone have these when I could have Tver? Bosnia is a strong contender for not having, I suppose. 7, 5, and 5. When I could have 12, 6, and 7. The admin cost is palatable though, so it's not a freebie. Still, these two provinces are hot garbage. I should strongly consider doing away with it, but conversion will be harder in the future if I do that. The loyalty of both of these guys will go down and down some more. But the opportunity to move my states over here is pretty good. Like Yaroslav could be making me decent stuff with that church and everything. Astrakhan is a good state. Yeah, if I take the rest of it, it is pretty good. That's a fine point. There's also Azov, Lower Dons, Prussia. And you know, Bosnia wouldn't be too bad if I had Hum, and I will someday have Hum. It's just not easy, Ken. Okay, I stated up this place and it's garbage. Okay, maybe not. It's 9 and 11. Ah, why is everything gotta be so hard? If I could just afford some admin tech, then I could get more states that way. And I guess we will eventually. Poland is accepting knowledge sharing from Livonian Order. Ooh, maybe when they get that, I can take it as well. Because we appear to not have knowledge. Montenegro is finally learning about colonialism, then it should spread here. But it needs to spread here as well. And it is not. It is very noticeably not. It's okay, I have tons of things to spend my admin on, but I don't have tons of things to spend my mill on. I can bank another 100 or so, but then we're out of luck. It's not hard, it's just that your general province development is not. Jake, don't you have a historic religion modifier anywhere in regards to released nations anymore? I don't remember. I can't remember everything about the game. Sometimes I feel like I can't remember anything about the game. But we'll see. When Perm pops out, we'll have an answer to that. I don't think getting myself an extra missionary is going to help me right now because I'm not converting anything. Well, now it could be, but the cost is more than I'm willing to pay. A whole lot more than I'm willing to pay. I can take care of that by fleshing out these ideas, but my approach to religious unity right now is just to conquer more orthodox land. We do need an heir. I mean, we're 26 years old here, Moreno, but we demand an heir. We'll try marrying Bosnia for one. We already have marriage with Poland. We'll marry Wallachia as well. Oh, that hurts our legitimacy, but oh well. Oh well! Alright, that's just a royal marriage. Still, a queen is a great start, especially if she exceeds an admin, which is what we need. Ottomans are carving through Mamluks like nothing. This is going to hurt me, because I'm certain they want me next. Why not humanism over religious? Because I don't like humanism as an idea group. It's very strong, but I don't like it. You could take the first humanist idea, that would give you 90. Yeah, but it just comes into clashing with the fact that I don't like humanist. It's just, ugh. Stands for everything I don't. Right, our Shally wishes to rise up, and I'd rather just not have that, so no thank you. Bashkirians also on the case. There's a lot of things I need, and I'm kind of just waiting for Muscovy to no longer have a truce with me. Why do I have all these forts? I guess they activated when I went to war with Serbia. It's just nice to chill out, not have to worry about things for at least a little while. Taking this military tech would be pretty big for me, but it would also give me even more unbalanced research. But it would allow me to cleave the floor with whoever I attack. Namely Muscovy. I want to take out Muscovy on my own so that nobody else can seize their riches. Unfortunately, the Danish truce with them is about up, and I can't exactly warn them. They're far too rich and powerful for our warnings to be taken seriously, apparently. Can you make claims or interest on Denmark? Sweden may drag you into war in them, and that's free land. It's not free, I'd have to fight for it, and that would be a hell of a fight. Sweden don't have much of an army, but Denmark didn't have much of one either. Uh-oh. Well, the Ottomans just got even stronger. And they have 5 allies. They almost have as many allies as I have enemies. And they have... Oh. That's very bad for my relationship with Poland. If they no longer hate each other. Which is bizarre. I mean, the technology cost affection here does weigh into it, but ouch. Alright, we need to make sure that our relationship is as high with Poland as it can get, because they no longer care about me so much thanks to my threatened status of the Ottomans. Take care of your Muscovites there. That's not for me to clean up, Poland. Alright, I hate just waiting, but making a bit of money and holding out to get this is rather nice. 214 ducats. Oh wait, no, that's autonomy. The cost is enormous. Yikes. Well, at least I lost Nagai's arrival. Groovy. Let's keep those cores going. I mean, this is a good time for my nation to solidify a bit after being a bit wibbly wobbly. Oh no. Not everyone agrees with our religious doctrine. I only have 0 religious ideas. Look, I don't even need any of them. Ta-da! No, it doesn't like it. Also, Twink is dead. Ugh, I could do without that stab hit. The reason I had religious is because it has a lot of good events associated with it. But actually, so far I think I've just had bad ones. I had one that flipped a province's religion, and I've had this one that costs me 1 stab. That's what you get for being a fanatic. Yes. Can't have the clergy getting more influence over me, even if it means they hate me a bit. The clergy are too influential as it is. Minister would be nice. Again, there's the influence involvement there, but they would be very unhappy with me for a while. But I would quite like that admin power. He's not cheaper enough. Do you have the institution to spread the... No, I have not, but that's a pretty good idea. Let's increase that institution spread so it certainly gets on the capital. There we go, it's present there at least. Relations are improved there as much as they can. It's going to spread in Raska and Kosovo. Kosovo particularly fast. It's going to cost an arm and a leg to embrace this institution. I'm kind of saving up for it actually. Someday. Okay, Poland, this is fun and all, but please take care of your Muscovite rebels. Hoocha. This is pretty painful for me. And there are those Kazanis willing to rise up now. Oh, all across the board. I could kill them, or I could just autonomize them out of existence. None of those are particularly nice ideas. Bojar, Simbursk, Jakju, and... Simbursk, yes. Bogar, Jukto. Kennedy's the one I can't see. Ah, there it is. Well, you know, it just isn't even worth me fighting these guys. Oh, you're reformed. This must be the one that flipped before. I mean, the money they make me doesn't even make sense to not do this. So away go your silly Kazani rebels. And since I don't have the states to state them, well, that's that part out of the window too. Hey Jake, how's it going today? It's still tense, but it's always tense for Montenegro. I think until I get a healthy, cohesive amount of Orthodox land off of Muscovy, I'll always be on the back foot here. I also need a good income so that I can do these kinds of things with relative impunity. But everything costs. I would rather like that, but the excessive cost is just... whatever, we'll take it anyway. It makes us look so much stronger that hopefully it'll be something that makes the Ottomans not want to strike us down. Also makes us look better as an ally. Lower Don wishes to have unrest, do they? Fun thing is that you can just give them the autonomy to offset the suppression of rebels. Not that it really matters much, they already had uprising. But it would go away soon. Okay, well, Moscow's down to Muscovite separatists. Again, I hope that Poland keeps those and they don't just march into my land. Russia controlled Alaska prior to forming the Soviet Union, but I think there's a clear claim to it in this campaign. Will we consider grabbing it? Russia at their territorial height, and I may be taking various different times to claim that territory is ours. So in a word, I don't see why not. That was several words. Just keep spying on the Muscovites, be ready for that inevitable war. Okay, they're oh my god, why? The Danes are guaranteeing Muscovy, and since Muscovy have no friends, I don't have a reach around for that. Why would you do that, Denmark? Denmark is neutral to Muscovy. Muscovy is hostile to Denmark. Because the Danes are scum, that might not be far from the truth. Poland and Sweden would both get involved if I trampled over the Danes, which would then open me up for a Muscovite attack. So it looks like we're building a spy network on the Danes too. The Poles want Gotland. That could be difficult. If we can't get that, then I can't offer the Poles anything. 10 legitimacy for essentially free sounds rather nice, but I'm actually going to support the reform. Let's start working on Patriarch Authority. It helps out a lot. Dong. Because this helps Orthodox provinces. Also gives me that missionary strength. It's a bit of a long game, and I played the short game because I wanted the immediate benefits. But I have now harvested the immediate benefits. Let's go for the long one. Alright, yes, let them eat Dane. Least aggressive expansion is trickling down with the Poles, and good, he's on the attack to take care of those Muscovites. Ottomans wish to have military access. Why? I don't know, but I'm going to give it to them to make them fight others and not me. Let them go through the path of least resistance. I'll have my time with them. I want this tech, I really do, but I don't want to spend so much dosh on it. Colonialism is taking an aeon to enter my country, but I still don't want to pay all that admin. Even though taking this would save me a lot of money, because I wouldn't be paying root out corruption so much. Jake, Perm is free. Perm is Tengri. That's a little unfortunate. Alright, what do we do there then? If I... You know, neither of them are the religions that I want them to be, nor can I easily force them to be any of them. But look at that, Perm's building us a workshop. That sounds to me that Kazan need to die first. Tell me you don't want to play as a Tengri Perm. I played as Perm, I don't think it was Tengri though. Alright, if Perm are going to do the workshop defense, then that's fine, they'll finish that workshop and then I will take it off of them. But Kazan should probably just go down now. They don't have colonialism. That just adds to the pain for me. Alright, fair enough. We'll just pay for our troops and get them killed. Truce with Armenia is up. Sorry, Armenia, I did indeed use you. Don't even need to bother about paying, although you're not bad. But you only have one siege, and I know I can do better than that, and I know I have more mill power than I know what to do with. So why don't we have... Why don't we have Bjarkar Jr. step in? So show us what you're made of. Well, I am taken aback by having a decent general. Good grief. Get in there, slaughter the Kazanis, and take the province. You've got better maneuver as well, so you can actually take him over in Bulgar. And since he's no longer a horde... Oh, he is a horde. He'll get the bonus for fighting in those steppes. Not for much longer, though. Our military tech will cleave him down. Cleave him down. Minimal losses as well. Alright, very good. Three and 2 might seem okay, but I'd rather it were more and more. Be prepared to take down the Permians. And this is going to keep catching me out, so let's disable automatic fort. go.